So my buddy from Montreal, his name's Charles-Antoine, and he lives there. He lives, breathes Montreal Canadiens. Shout out Charles-Antoine Tremblay if you're listening to this. He texted me right after the Kirby Dach extension was announced, and he goes, dude, we just re-signed KK2 for 4 years at over $3 million, and he was not too happy about it. So that got me thinking, is Kirby Dach really the reincarnation of Jesperi Kotkaniemi? Like, is that really what the Montreal Canadiens have here? And I started thinking about it. My initial reaction is no way. I mean, Kirby Dach must have way more potential, way more upside. And yeah, I mean, the ceiling on Dach was always kind of looked at as higher than Kotkaniemi's, but there was a time, once upon a time, where Kotkaniemi was the top-ranked prospect in the Habs organization and was looked at as the future number one center for the next decade plus for the Montreal Canadiens before Nick Suzuki bust the door down here. So, I mean, it was not too long ago that Kotkaniemi was in super high regard, and his ceiling was looked at as pretty similar to what Dach's was at his peak. And now both of them have kind of fallen from grace and are looking for a resurgence. One of them's 21 in Kirby Dach, and the other's 22 in Jesperi Kotkaniemi, okay? The size is relatively similar. I mean, Kirby Dach is 6'4", 197 pounds, whereas Kotkaniemi is 6'2", but he's 201 pounds. So, very, very similar. They're both center icemen. They're both roughly the same age. And when you get to the points, that's where things get a bit different because, again, Dach has way less games played. Dach has 152 games played in the NHL, where he has 59 points. Whereas KK, in 237 games, doesn't even have 100 career points to his name yet. He's got 91. But the thing is, I mean, at least KK has a double-digit goal-scoring season under his belt, which was this most recent one with Carolina, where he has 12 goals. Whereas Kirby Dach, his career high was this past season. In 70 games, the dude only put the puck in the net 9 times. So that's where there's some difference here. Again, you guys know how I feel about Kirby Dach. I don't think he's like Kotkaniemi. I think KK is a complete bust. And yes, you could argue that Dach is also a bust right now. It'd be a valid argument, but it's just a gut feeling. I know what you guys, a lot of people tell me in the comments, dude, you can't be working off gut feelings. I'm a fan. I can say whatever I want. I'm not Bob McKenzie or Craig Button or whoever you want, Elliot Friedman. Like, I can talk like a fan about what I think's going to happen here. It's a YouTube channel, and I'm telling you, I think Kirby Dach is going to have a resurgence. I think he's going to end up being a player. And if Kent Hughes is putting this many chips in, like trading Romanov for that 13th pick and then flipping that for Dach, that's a huge trade. And then now investing 4 years long-term at over $3 million at average annual value, I think that really means that he sees something in Kirby Dach, and a smart guy like him, a smart Habs brass. Same thing with Slavkovsky. They see something in these kids, and hey, all we can do as Habs fans is trust them. Okay, so to me, I don't think Kirby Dach is going to go down as a bust. Okay, he might not live up to the 3rd overall selection that he was taken at. Like, I don't think he's going to end up being a number 1 center, but I do think that he's going to end up being a very solid second line guy. Think David Krejci. That's what I look at when I think Kirby Dach, is a guy like David Krejci, okay? So, to me, that's what I'm expecting out of him, and that'll also help temper Habs fans' expectations, because you're not getting Sidney Crosby Part 2 here, okay? You're not getting Evgeny Malkin or anything like that. So, temper your expectations. Look at him to kind of try to grow into a David Krejci type role here, okay? Because Suzuki can be Bergeron, and Dach can be Krejci. So that's just a very interesting discussion to me. And it's weird because both 3rd overall, 1 year apart, okay? Because Kotkaniemi was the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft, and Dach was the 3rd overall pick in the 2019 draft. And both right now are looked at as busts. So I don't know. It's just a very interesting comparison. And again, thanks to Charles-Antoine for bringing that idea to my mind, because while I don't think it's necessarily true, I think Dach this year is going to bust the door down and separate himself from Jesperi Kotkaniemi. I think it's a very fair, valid discussion to have. And I think he's not the only Habs fan thinking that way. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Of course, I want to hear it. You know this by now, right? I want to hear the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, the whole deal. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.